Odan CTC TV. The American piano of Anissa. Odan for na Jatum. Tell party. What I say, what Jatum? Tell party Jatum. Odan for Jimudi. Monty Tumu. City TV. COMOAKU. City TV. I want a place, Blaster place, no. Ghana local place, no. All of the City TV, City, go on.
That is why Dialolo has stopped working. Are he school? Are he school? Are he school? It's finished.
Good morning, everyone. 5. So when you say NGSDC, you say educate, empower, encourage. Educate, empower. C. Educate, empower, encourage. NGSDC. Educate, empower, encourage. So I'm going to mention that, and you would need to follow with a motto, okay? When it comes to the National Girls Speech and Debate Championship, this is not just a competition, it's not a debate. We gather here to listen to the finest of intellect, the finest of confidence, and the finest of voices. These are the voices we are going to hear tomorrow in the Chambers of Leadership. So you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the opening ceremony and the round of 16 of the National Girls. So we can learn, we can know how to navigate, and we can learn how to grow. This woman is a visionary. She's been doing this for years. We know the struggles. We know the things that come with running such an event. And she has been able to do this and bear them effortlessly. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the Executive Director of NGSDC, Mrs. Dora Owusu Adoma.
I can't feel it. Sunshine. Beautiful. This year's contest began fiercely with a competitive pool of applications from lots of schools. I mean, public and private schools. Even though we stated that private schools are not allowed in this competition now, we still had applications from them. And for you to be able to make it to this stage, it's a proof of your academic strength, your dexterity, and your prowess. So give yourselves a round of applause again. The chairperson, Ms. Richlove Adima Bechi, who is standing in for the Honorable Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection. You are welcome. The Secretary General for Ghana Commission for UNESCO, Dr. Osman Tahir Damba. Oh, please let's clap for them. We have Mrs. Gifty Maunya Dumelo. Please clap for her.
Good morning. Good morning. I bring you warm greetings from the Honorable Minister of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, Honorable Dr. Agnes Namomulate, who could not be with us today due to her engagement in an equally important national assignment. She has asked me to send her sincere apologies to you. On behalf of the Honorable Minister, I read this statement. It is both an honor and privilege to be here today and to chair the opening ceremony of the 2025 National Girls Speech and Debate Championship. I am delighted to join you on this significant occasion as we gather to uplift and empower the voices of our nation's future leaders. Let me begin by...
Teacher, you are a journalist just like yourself. Yeah. Of course. Our level of stubbornness cannot compare to what we are seeing today.
At all.
We are seeing videos of students fighting teachers, beating them up, beating their own colleagues as well. I think some of it mirrors whatever I say at that age. Once you say something, she repeats it. Once you make a move, she's looking at it. The high schoolers now are mirroring what is happening in society. So when you log on to Instagram, TikTok, which a lot of them use nowadays, the people that get the most attention are the ones that have put up the cameras in front of them. Let me be a little more controversial here. The ones that have put up the cameras in front of them and are bastardizing someone, right?
Yeah.
The pages that are dragging celebrities, the pages that are calling out celebrities for truths and untruths, the ones that are saying that they have secrets of people, the ones that have to insult some people to be trending, right?
Yeah.
Even when we go on X, right? A lot of people use that as a means to trend. So someone might be minding their business, another person drags the camera, drags them through field. That is what the senior high schoolers are looking at these days, right? And so if they need something from their parents, they feel like they need to throw a tantrum. They need to show that they are of age. Otherwise, they won't be giving what they need. So it starts with all of us, from the homes, the classrooms, the churches, the mosques. All of us need to show a little bit more positive examples. Let them see that, I'm a typical Zulu. By speaking, you can tell that I'm a typical Zulu girl, right? Until I show that side, you don't see it. It is not everywhere that you need to show that you're of age or you are strong enough to beat your teacher. Actually, it doesn't show that you are strong. It makes you look weak.
Yeah.
You can speak to your headmistress and tell her that I am not well. I need to be excused. Please. Do you know how to use please and thank yous? My dear students, please, thank you. Doesn't make you less of a human being. It actually makes you more respected. You see, the fighting doesn't help anybody. So you're fighting, you're suspended. And then who's bearing the brunt? Right? Yes. So we should, of course, it's up to us to show them that there's better ways of doing things. There are a lot of role models to look up to. Case in point, Mrs. Dumelo.
Yes.
I follow Mrs. Dumelo and I admire her a lot. There's Dora to look up to. You do not have to look at the ones that are dragging people. Where will it take you? It will not take you anywhere, right? If you admire someone, you can send them an Instagram message and say that I admire you. Tell me something I can do to also be able to be looked up to and respected. All of those pages that are dragging us on social media will not do you any good. Fighting your teacher also does not do you any good. Fighting them doesn't make you Tarzan. No, it doesn't do you any good. So please, I hope you are listening to me and just not looking at my face and my ears. It's a coping mechanism. I like to use my hands a lot because I get really nervous in front of crowds, right? But I hope you are taking a thing or two from me. I'm your big sister. I've been there before, right? Now you are feeling like you're.
Thank you for the question. It does scare me, and I believe the root cause for the shift these days is the influence of social media. And this is because most of you young people, when you see anything on social media, you try to imitate and copy it. But what you don't remember is that, or what you fail to analyze is that sometimes such displays of wealth are acquired over long periods of hard work. It wasn't acquired overnight. And also, to be fair, some of the wealth displayed are quite ostentatious. And so I think we should focus on working hard because it tells a better story. Don't copy anything you see blindly on social media. Also, I think the other root cause for the shift is peer pressure influence. You guys copy blindly what your friends are doing, forgetting the values that were instilled in your homes. We all come from
Media gives everyone the opportunity to information and to learn new things, to express themselves. But like I mentioned earlier as well, it is also the platform where people put out some things that you wouldn't want your daughter watching. For instance, I learned yesterday while I was getting ready for this event that in China, at a certain age when you log on to TikTok, the algorithm brings you something that will just improve your learning skills. Maybe a teacher comes up like yourself and is teaching you how to pronounce words, or someone is helping you maneuver your way through machinery, or your IT skills and all of those things. I don't think we are there yet. I don't know what we can do to improve what is on about more and more in society. So what I'm saying is that instead of using the social media, the TikTok to work like our honorable teacher said, how about you put the camera up and talk about the subjects that you like? I hated math. I know that a lot of you do. No, don't hate it, please. Don't hate it. But if you put out what you have a lot of platforms. Make use of it. When it's time for you to speak up, do it respectfully. You have to respect your elders. That is really, really important. If you want to go far in life, you have to respect the people before you, the people that have seen the things that you haven't yet. That's basically it. Be nice to your colleagues. Be kind. It doesn't take too much. Okay, when I speak passionately because you're like my younger brothers and my younger sisters. Are there men here? Oh, they are. Okay, sorry. And sisters and brothers, right? So I'm passionate because some of the things we hear from the senior high schools these days are just too much. And your parents cannot do it all. They need the help of society, your teachers. So if an elder in your community speaks, listen. If your headmistress speaks, listen to her as well. Okay? So try as much as possible to ready yourself for the future. Be intentional. Like Francisca is saying, she saw some people in their dormitories with boyfriends and then, new phones and shoes, and she decided, actually no, I want to keep to the books. So do that. Keep to the books. The boys will come home. They will come plenty. You are now developing. The body is now coming. There are better and bigger boys out there. You should be looking out for those ones. Not now. This is not the time to do it. Keep to your books, okay? And then try to discover yourself. Listen, it can get confusing at this stage. Not all of us can be like Teacher Blessing, or Esther, or Dora, or Francisca. Some of us will discover it a day at a time, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be at the same pace, you know? So don't let it bother you at all. Take your time, discover yourself and what you are good at. You know, it can only get better. Thank you so much for having us.
A broadcast journalist, a TV crew, and also an advocate, and Mrs. Dumelo Esquire is also a mother, a legal practitioner, and she is into philanthropy as well. Thank you all for the knowledge, the experience, and the wisdom you shared with us. Mrs. Dumelo has shown us that to nurture the future, one must lead with both head and heart. Today, we honor you for the many lives you shape in both ambition and compassion. We celebrate you, Mrs. Gifty Dumelo Esquire. We honor a woman whose voice commands not only the airways but also respect. A broadcast journalist whose calm presence is a role model for countless young women. Ms. Aisha Yakubu reminds us that in a world of noise, clarity and purpose still matter. For your uplifting presence and for proving that visibility must come with values, we salute you. We celebrate you, Ms. Aisha Yakubu Halid. And our very last but
demands that those most responsible for causing the crisis must be the precedent set by Mary Robinson, the former UN High Commissioner for Human Rights.
one SHS. In fact, they told me that they've had their share of winning. You saw them bringing the cup earlier this morning.
Yes.
So they wanted to give opportunities to other schools. So let's give them a big clap, a round of applause, a round round, and it was highly contested. So that's the presentation. Thank